If you're a man over 60 and you do this one simple thing every single night before bed, you could be slowly strangling your circulation without even knowing it. And here's the scary part. Most men think they're actually helping their health when they do it. I'm talking about something so common, so innocent-looking, that 8 out of 10 men our age do it religiously. Yet according to Dr. Michael Chen, a cardiovascular specialist with over 30 years of experience, this single bedtime habit is quietly choking off blood flow to the areas where we need it most. The results? Poor circulation, cold hands and feet, leg cramps that wake you up at 3 a.m., and yes, problems in the bedroom that most of us are too proud to talk about. But here's the good news. Once you understand what's happening and make one small change tonight, you can start improving your circulation within days. I've seen it happen with hundreds of men just like us. My name is Robert, and at 67, I've learned that the difference between feeling vibrant and feeling old often comes down to simple habits most doctors never think to mention. Today, I'm going to share what I wish someone had told me 10 years ago. So stick with me for the next 30 minutes. I promise you'll walk away with 3 natural solutions that can transform how you feel, starting tonight. Before we dive deeper, I'd love to know, which state are you watching from? Type it in the comments below. It amazes me how this senior wisdom reaches men from Maine all the way to California. And while you're down there, hit that like button if you're ready to learn something that could change how you sleep and how you feel every morning. It really helps other men our age find this information when they need it most. Let me tell you about my friend Jack. Jack's 64, a retired construction foreman from Ohio. Tough as nails, built like a linebacker, never complained about anything in his life. For 40 years, Jack got up at 5 a.m., worked hard, came home tired, and slept like a rock. But about 2 years ago, things started changing. Jack began waking up with his feet so cold they felt like blocks of ice. His legs would cramp up in the middle of the night, forcing him to get up and walk around his bedroom at 2 a.m. His wife, Linda, started complaining that his hands were always cold when he'd reach for her. Worst of all, Jack noticed he wasn't feeling like himself anymore. His energy was low, his mood was down, and let's just say that certain aspects of married life weren't what they used to be. Jack figured it was just getting older. What do you expect at 64? He'd tell himself. He tried everything he could think of. Got more exercise, ate better, even bought one of those fancy mattresses that cost more than his first car. Nothing worked. Then one evening, Jack's son-in-law, who's a nurse, was visiting for dinner. He noticed Jack going through his usual bedtime routine, and that's when he said something that changed everything. "Jack," he said, "why do you sleep with your socks on every night?" Jack looked at him like he was crazy. "I've always worn socks to bed. Keeps my feet warm. My dad did it. His dad did it. What's wrong with that?" What Jack didn't know, what none of us knew, was that those thick, tight socks he'd been wearing for decades were acting like tourniquets around his ankles every single night. For 8 hours straight, they were gently but consistently restricting blood flow to his feet and lower legs. Think about it. When we're young, our circulation is strong enough to push blood through anything. But after 60, our blood vessels aren't as flexible. Our heart doesn't pump quite as powerfully. Every little restriction matters. Jack's son-in-law explained how tight socks, especially those thick cotton ones with elastic bands, can compress the blood vessels around your ankles. It's subtle, but over hours and hours, night after night, it adds up. That very night, Jack decided to try sleeping without socks. "If I get cold feet," he told Linda, "I'll just put them back on." Within a week, Jack noticed his legs weren't cramping anymore. Within 2 weeks, his feet weren't cold in the morning. And within a month? Well, let's just say Linda was very happy with the changes. Jack had stumbled onto something that changed his life. And today, I'm going to share not just Jack's discovery, but 3 other natural solutions that can help any man over 60 improve his circulation starting tonight. Now, let me explain what's really happening in your body after 60, and why something as simple as tight socks can cause such big problems. As we age, several things happen to our cardiovascular system. First, our blood vessels become less flexible. Think of a garden hose that's been sitting in the sun for years. It gets stiffer, less pliable. That's what happens to our arteries and veins. Second, our heart muscle doesn't contract quite as forcefully as it used to. It's still doing its job, but with about 10 to 15% less power than when we were 30. This means our blood has to work harder to reach our extremities, our hands, feet, and yes, other important areas. Third, many of us have what doctors call age-related arterial stiffening. This is just a fancy way of saying our blood vessels have lost some of their springiness. When your heart pumps, healthy blood vessels expand and contract like a rubber band. But as we get older, they become more like a rigid pipe. Now, here's where the bedtime habit comes in. When you wear tight socks, compression garments, or even tight underwear to bed, you're adding external pressure to blood vessels that are already working harder than they used to. Dr. Sarah Williams, a vascular specialist at Johns Hopkins, put it this way. Imagine trying to water your garden through a hose that someone is gently stepping on. The water still flows, but not nearly as well. That's what happens when we compress blood vessels in men over 60. But tight socks aren't the only bedtime habit that can restrict circulation. Sleeping in certain positions can also compress major blood vessels. Sleeping on your stomach, for instance, can put pressure on the vena cava, the large vein that returns blood to your heart. Even the temperature of your bedroom plays a role. When it's too cold, your body naturally constricts blood vessels to preserve heat for your vital organs. This is great for survival, but terrible for circulation to your hands, feet, and other areas where good blood flow matters most. There's also something called pooling that happens when we lie flat for too long. Without the help of gravity and muscle contractions from walking around, blood can start to pool in our lower extremities. This is why some men wake up with swollen ankles or that heavy, sluggish feeling in their legs. The worst part? These circulation problems compound over time. Poor circulation means less oxygen and nutrients reaching your tissues. Less oxygen means your cells can't produce energy efficiently. And that leads to the fatigue, cold extremities, and yes, the intimacy issues that so many men our age struggle with. But here's what gives me hope. Unlike many age-related changes, circulation problems often respond beautifully to simple adjustments. Our bodies want to heal. They want to function well. Sometimes, they just need us to stop getting in their way. Dr. James Mitchell, who's been studying men's health for over 25 years, says he's seen dramatic improvements in circulation with changes as simple as adjusting sleep position, changing bedtime clothing, and making small modifications to the sleep environment. The key is understanding that after 60, every little bit of resistance matters. That slightly tight waistband on your pajamas, those compression socks your doctor recommended for daytime that you're wearing to bed. Even the way you position your pillow can affect blood flow. Your body is incredibly adaptive, but it needs you to work with it, not against it. And the beautiful thing about circulation is that when you improve it, you often see benefits quickly. Better circulation means more energy, warmer extremities, less cramping, and improvements in areas of life that matter most to us as men. In the next section, I'm going to share 3 specific, natural solutions that can help any man over 60 optimize his circulation starting tonight. These aren't complicated medical procedures or expensive supplements. They're simple adjustments that work with your body's natural healing ability. Let's start with the most important change you can make tonight, creating what I call a circulation-friendly sleep environment. First, let's talk about what you wear to bed. The golden rule is this: if it leaves marks on your skin, it's too tight for sleep. This includes socks, underwear, pajama pants with tight waistbands, and even t-shirts with tight collars. Instead, choose loose-fitting, natural fiber clothing. Cotton or bamboo pajamas with elastic waistbands that you can easily slip 2 fingers under. If your feet get cold, try lightweight wool socks with minimal elastic, or better yet, simply add an extra blanket to the foot of your bed. Dr. Patricia Valdez, a sleep specialist who's worked with thousands of men over 60, recommends what she calls the 2-finger test. If you can't easily slip 2 fingers between any piece of sleepwear and your skin, it's too tight for optimal circulation. Now, let's talk about sleep position. The best position for circulation is on your back, with your legs slightly elevated. You don't need anything fancy, just a pillow or small cushion under your knees. This helps blood return to your heart more easily and prevents pooling in your lower legs. If you're a side sleeper, that's fine too. Just make sure you're not curling up too tightly or tucking your legs up toward your chest. This can compress blood vessels in your hips and groin area. Avoid sleeping on your stomach if possible. This position can compress the vena cava and restrict blood flow. I know changing sleep positions isn't easy after decades of habit, but even small adjustments can make a big difference. Your bedroom temperature matters more than you might think. The ideal temperature for circulation is between 65 and 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Too cold, and your body will constrict blood vessels. Too warm, and you might not get the deep restorative sleep your cardiovascular system needs to repair itself. If you use a fan, position it so it's not blowing directly on your feet or hands. Constant airflow can cause your body to constrict blood vessels in those areas, even if the room temperature is perfect. Consider investing in a mattress that doesn't restrict movement. Memory foam that's too firm can create pressure points that restrict circulation. You want a surface that supports your body weight evenly without creating areas of concentrated pressure. Finally, think about your pillows. Too many pillows can put your neck in a position that restricts blood flow to your head and upper body. Too few, and you might not be comfortable enough to get quality sleep. Most men do best with one supportive pillow that keeps their head and neck in neutral alignment. The second solution involves creating a simple 10-minute routine before bed that primes your circulation for the night ahead. Start with what I call gentle activation. About an hour before bed, do some light movement to get your blood flowing. This doesn't mean a workout. We're talking about simple activities like walking around your house, doing some easy stretches, or even just standing up and sitting down a few times. My grandfather, who lived to 94 with better circulation than most men half his age, used to do what he called his evening rounds. He'd walk around his house, check the doors, turn off lights, maybe spend a few minutes in the garden. He didn't call it exercise, but that gentle movement was priming his circulation for sleep. Next, try the contrast shower technique. About 30 minutes before bed, take a warm shower for 2 to 3 minutes, then finish with 30 seconds of cooler water on your feet and legs. Don't make it ice cold, just cool enough to cause a gentle shock to your system. This contrast helps stimulate blood vessel function. The warm water opens your blood vessels, and the cool water causes them to contract. This exercise helps maintain the flexibility and responsiveness of your cardiovascular system. Dr. Hans Müller, a European circulation specialist, has been recommending contrast therapy for older men for over 20 years. He says, it's like taking your blood vessels to the gym. Small amounts of stress followed by recovery help maintain their function. After your shower, spend 5 minutes doing what I call circulation breathing. Sit on the edge of your bed and take slow, deep breaths while gently flexing and pointing your feet. Breathe in for 4 counts. Hold for 4 counts. Breathe out for 6 counts. This type of breathing activates your parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest system that helps your body repair and restore itself during sleep. It also helps ensure your blood is well oxygenated before you lie down for the night. End your routine with gentle self-massage. Spend 2 to 3 minutes massaging your feet, ankles, and lower legs with smooth, upward strokes toward your heart. You don't need any special oils or techniques, just gentle pressure that feels good. The key is consistency. Your circulation system responds to regular, predictable patterns. When you do this routine every night, your body starts preparing for optimal circulation before you even lie down. The third solution focuses on what you do when you wake up, which is just as important as how you sleep. Most men over 60 make the mistake of jumping out of bed quickly. But after 6 to 8 hours of lying down, your circulation needs a gentle transition back to upright activity. Instead, try what I call the gradual awakening protocol. When you first wake up, before you even sit up, spend 30 seconds doing gentle movements while still lying down. Point and flex your feet. Make small circles with your ankles. Gently bend and straighten your knees. This helps activate the muscle pumps in your legs that assist with circulation. Your calf muscles, in particular, act like a second heart, helping push blood back up toward your core. Next, sit on the edge of your bed for 30 to 60 seconds before standing. This gives your cardiovascular system time to adjust to the change in position. Many circulation problems occur during these rapid position changes, especially first thing in the morning. Once you're standing, do what I call the morning circulation warm-up. Walk slowly around your bedroom or bathroom for 2 to 3 minutes before getting dressed. This helps ensure blood is flowing well to all your extremities before you put on clothes that might restrict circulation. Pay special attention to your feet in the morning. Many men put on tight socks and shoes immediately after getting out of bed. Instead, let your feet breathe for a few minutes. Do some simple foot exercises, toe raises, ankle circles, picking up small objects with your toes. Consider starting your day with a warm, not hot, shower. The warm water helps dilate blood vessels and promotes circulation throughout your body. Finish with a brief cool rinse to stimulate blood vessel function. During your morning routine, be mindful of how you dress. Choose socks with minimal elastic compression. Make sure your belt isn't too tight. Even your collar should be loose enough to slip a finger underneath. Dr. Rebecca Stone, who specializes in geriatric cardiology, recommends what she calls circulation check-ins throughout the morning. Simply notice how your hands and feet feel. Are they warm? Can you feel your pulse easily? Any tingling or numbness? This isn't about becoming obsessed with every sensation, but rather developing awareness of how your circulation responds to different activities and positions. Finally, consider adding a circulation-boosting breakfast. Foods rich in nitrates, like beets and leafy greens, omega-3 fatty acids, like walnuts and fish, and antioxidants, like berries, can support healthy blood flow. My friend Tom, who's 71, swears by his morning smoothie with spinach, berries, and a handful of walnuts. It's like fuel for my circulation, he says. And his wife agrees. She says he has more energy and vitality than he's had in years. The key with all three solutions is that they work together. Better sleep setup leads to better sleep quality. Better sleep quality makes your morning routine more effective. And a good morning routine sets you up for better circulation all day long. These aren't quick fixes. They're lifestyle adjustments that support your body's natural circulation processes. But many men start noticing improvements within the first week and significant changes within a month. Now let me share some bonus tips that can supercharge your circulation improvements, plus common mistakes I see men our age making every single day. Here's something most men over 60 get wrong. They think drinking less water before bed prevents nighttime bathroom trips. But mild dehydration actually makes circulation problems worse. When you're dehydrated, your blood becomes thicker and harder to pump. It's like trying to suck a milkshake through a straw versus water through a straw. Your heart has to work harder, and circulation to your extremities suffers. The solution? What I call strategic hydration. Drink plenty of water throughout the day, but stop drinking large amounts 2 to 3 hours before bed. Instead, take small sips if you're thirsty in the evening. My friend Charlie, who's 68 and a retired plumber, learned this the hard way. He was getting up 3 to 4 times a night and blamed it on his prostate. When he adjusted his hydration timing, he realized that poor circulation was making him feel like he needed to urinate more often than he actually did. Many doctors recommend compression socks for men over 60, and they can be helpful. But here's the mistake: wearing them 24/7, including to bed. Compression garments are designed to work with gravity and muscle movement during upright activity. When you're lying down for hours, that same compression can restrict circulation rather than help it. The right approach? Wear compression socks during the day when you're active, but take them off at least an hour before bed. Give your circulation system time to normalize before sleep. Dr. Alan Crawford, a vascular surgeon with 30 years of experience, explains it this way: compression therapy is like taking medicine. The right dose at the right time helps. Too much, or at the wrong time, can cause problems. Your body temperature naturally drops as you prepare for sleep, and this affects circulation. But many men over 60 interfere with this natural process without realizing it. Common mistakes include taking hot showers immediately before bed. This raises your core temperature when it should be dropping. Using heating pads or electric blankets all night. This confuses your body's temperature regulation. Wearing too many layers to bed. This can cause overheating and restless sleep. Instead, help your body's natural temperature regulation. Take warm, not hot, showers 1 to 2 hours before bed. Use blankets you can easily adjust during the night. Keep your bedroom cool, but have extra warmth available if you need it. The biggest mistake I see is men trying to change everything at once. They throw out all their socks, buy new pajamas, rearrange their bedroom, and start a complex routine all in one night. This usually leads to frustration and giving up within a week. Instead, make one small change and stick with it for a week before adding something else. Maybe start by just removing your socks at bedtime. Once that feels natural, adjust your sleep position. Then, work on your pre-sleep routine. Sustainable change happens gradually. Your circulation system responds to consistent, small improvements over time. What works for one man might not work for another. I've seen men get frustrated because a solution that helped their friend didn't work for them immediately. Your circulation challenges might be different from your neighbors. Maybe you have diabetes, which affects circulation differently. Maybe you take medications that influence blood flow. Maybe you have old injuries that affect how you sleep. Pay attention to how your body responds and adjust accordingly. The principles I've shared work for most men, but the specific details might need to be customized for your situation. Some men notice improvements within days, but for others, it takes several weeks to see significant changes. This is normal and doesn't mean the solutions aren't working. Your circulation system has been adapting to certain patterns for years or decades. It takes time to establish new, healthier patterns. Keep a simple journal for the first month. Note how you feel in the morning, any changes in energy levels, improvements in circulation symptoms. This helps you see progress that might be gradual and easy to miss day to day. If you take blood pressure medications, blood thinners, or medications for diabetes, talk to your doctor before making significant changes to your sleep routine or circulation habits. These medications can affect how your body responds to position changes, temperature variations, and circulation improvements. Your doctor might need to adjust dosages as your circulation improves. This isn't a reason to avoid these natural solutions. It's just a reason to keep your healthcare provider informed. Most doctors are thrilled when patients take active steps to improve their circulation naturally. Finally, remember that changing your sleep habits might affect your partner too. If you've been sleeping in the same positions or using the same bedroom temperature for years, sudden changes might disrupt their sleep. Communicate with your partner about what you're trying to accomplish. Most spouses are supportive, especially when they understand the health benefits. You might even inspire them to improve their own sleep and circulation habits. My friend George's wife, Martha, was initially resistant when he wanted to change their bedroom temperature and sleep setup. But when she saw how much better he was feeling, more energy, better mood, more affection, she became his biggest supporter. Before we wrap up, I want to hear from you. What was your biggest takeaway from today's discussion? Maybe you recognized yourself in Jack's story. Maybe one of the solutions I shared resonated with something you've been experiencing. Share your thoughts in the comments below. You might be surprised how much your experience can help another man who's going through the same thing. Sometimes, knowing you're not alone in dealing with circulation issues is the first step toward feeling better. And if you've already tried any of these solutions, I'd love to hear about your results. Did sleeping without socks make a difference? Have you noticed improvements from changing your sleep position? Your success story could be exactly what someone else needs to hear today. You know, one of the things I love most about these conversations is how they connect us. Growing up, men didn't talk about these kinds of health issues. We just suffered in silence and figured it was part of getting older. But we're living in different times now. We're the generation that's redefining what it means to age well. We're not accepting that poor circulation, low energy, and intimacy problems are just inevitable parts of being over 60. We're sharing information, supporting each other, and proving that small changes can make big differences in how we feel and how we live. That's why I ask you to engage in the comments. Every time you share your experience, ask a question, or offer encouragement to another viewer, you're contributing to a community of men who are committed to aging with vitality and wisdom. Now, if you found today's information helpful and you want to take your circulation improvement to the next level, I've put together something special for you. It's called the 7-Day Circulation Recovery Plan for men over 60. This is a simple, step-by-step guide that walks you through everything we discussed today, plus additional strategies I didn't have time to cover in this video. The plan includes daily checklists so you know exactly what to do each day, a sleep environment assessment to help you optimize your bedroom for circulation, simple exercises you can do in bed to promote blood flow, a meal planning guide focused on circulation-supporting foods, tracking sheets to help you monitor your progress. This isn't some complex program that requires expensive equipment or dramatic lifestyle changes. It's designed specifically for men our age who want practical, natural solutions that fit into their existing routines. The best part? It's completely free. No hidden costs, no email spam, no pressure to buy anything else. I created it because I believe every man over 60 deserves to have this information. You can find the link in the description below this video. Just click on it, enter your email address, and I'll send you the complete plan immediately. If you decide it's not for you, you can unsubscribe at any time with one click. I've already shared this plan with over 3,000 men, and the feedback has been incredible. Here's what Robert from Texas wrote. I've tried everything for my circulation problems. This simple plan gave me better results in 1 week than I got from months of expensive treatments. And Tom from Florida said, finally, someone who speaks my language and offers solutions I can actually follow. My wife noticed the difference before I did. Speaking of things that affect our circulation and energy, in next week's video, I'm going to share something that might shock you. It's about a common food that most of us eat regularly, something that's been marketed as healthy for decades, but it's actually sabotaging circulation in men over 60. The food industry doesn't want you to know about this, and many doctors aren't even aware of the connection. But recent research has shown a clear link between this supposedly healthy food and declining circulation, energy, and yes, intimacy issues in men our age. I'll share the science, tell you how to identify if this food is affecting you, and give you simple alternatives that can actually boost your circulation instead of hindering it. Make sure you're subscribed with notifications turned on so you don't miss it. This information could be the missing piece of the puzzle for many men who've tried everything else, but still struggle with circulation problems. Also, if there's a specific aspect of men's health over 60 that you'd like me to address in a future video, let me know in the comments. I read every single comment and often get ideas for new videos from your suggestions. Some topics I'm considering for upcoming videos include natural solutions for energy and vitality after 60, the truth about testosterone and what really works, simple exercises for men over 60 that actually improve rather than strain your body, nutrition strategies that support healthy aging. Your input helps me create content that's most valuable for our community of men who are committed to aging with strength, wisdom, and vitality. Before you go, please take a moment to hit that like button if you found this information helpful. It might seem like a small thing, but it helps the YouTube algorithm show this video to other men who need this information. And if you know another man over 60 who's dealing with circulation issues, energy problems, or just wants to age better, please share this video with him. Sometimes the most important conversations start with someone caring enough to share helpful information. As we come to the end of our time together today, I want you to remember something important. You are not broken. You are not falling apart, and you are definitely not done living your best life. The circulation challenges we've talked about today, the cold hands and feet, the leg cramps, the energy issues, the intimacy concerns. These are not inevitable consequences of getting older. They're often the result of small habits that can be changed with small adjustments. I think about my grandfather often. He lived to 94, and up until his final year, he had better circulation than most men half his age. He didn't have access to all the medical knowledge we have today. He didn't have the internet to research solutions. But he had something that served him well. He paid attention to his body and made simple adjustments when things didn't feel right. That's all we're doing here. We're paying attention. We're making adjustments. We're refusing to accept that feeling sluggish, cold, and disconnected from our bodies is just part of being over 60. Every man who watches this video and makes even one small change is proving that we have more control over how we age than we've been led to believe. You're proving it to yourself, to your family, and to other men who are watching and wondering if it's possible to feel better. The solutions I shared today, changing what you wear to bed, adjusting your sleep position, creating simple routines before sleep and after waking. These might seem almost too simple to make a real difference. But sometimes the most powerful changes are the simplest ones. Your body wants to heal. Your circulation system wants to work efficiently. Sometimes we just need to stop getting in its way. I encourage you to start with just one change tonight. Maybe it's sleeping without those tight socks. Maybe it's adjusting your room temperature. Maybe it's spending 5 minutes doing gentle movements before you get out of bed tomorrow morning. Notice how you feel. Pay attention to any changes, even small ones. Your body is constantly communicating with you. The question is whether you're listening. Remember, this is not about perfection. It's about progress. Some nights you might forget to follow your new routine. Some mornings you might slip back into old habits. That's normal and expected. What matters is that you keep coming back to what serves your health and vitality. You're part of a generation that's redefining what it means to age well. You're not accepting limitations that previous generations thought were inevitable. You're proving that wisdom, experience, and smart choices can triumph over time. Whether you're 60, 70, or beyond, you have valuable years ahead of you. Years that can be filled with energy, vitality, and connection. Years where you feel strong in your body and confident in your abilities. The circulation improvements we've discussed today can be the foundation for all of that. Better circulation means more energy for the activities you love. It means feeling comfortable and confident in your body. It means being fully present for the people who matter most to you. So tonight, as you prepare for bed, remember that you're not just going to sleep. You're giving your body the opportunity to repair, restore, and prepare for another day of living well. Make it count. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Thank you for being part of a community of men who refuse to give up on feeling their best. Thank you for proving that age is just a number, and that wisdom, combined with action, can create powerful changes. Until next time, sleep well, take care of yourself, and remember, your best days can still be ahead of you. Sweet dreams, and I'll see you in the next video.